Now that you have your postcard, the front and the back, male and female versions done, designed in Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop, our next step is to design the design in Adobe InDesign, a page composition program, and use variable data printing to customize every single postcard for the people we send it out to. And you can only do that in page composition programs. So you're going to double click on Graphic Arts 1 server. Get your folder open, students, period 1, your name, postcard. And then you want to make sure that you go to the Finder again, which is on the bottom left of the dock. And you want to open or a new Finder window. I'm going to just move them next to each other so you can see what we're doing. You're going to go to the Mac server, Graphic Arts 1, under Q3, Projects, Postcard. There's a text data file. You need to copy it. You can either click on it and copy it, paste it into your folder, or if you hold the Option key as you drag it, you can Option click it. So Option and you can drag it in your folder. You need to have this in your postcard folder. If you do not have this in your postcard folder, then you won't be able to do variable data. So keep that in mind. So I'm just going to move it to my new postcard folder. Okay. So now that we've got that saved, we're going to open up Adobe InDesign. And you're going to make a new page or new document. Facing pages off. Our postcard is 6 by 4 1/4 or 4 1/4 by 6. And we want 1/4 of an inch gripper all the way around. And then you're going to hit OK. Do Command minus makes it smaller. Command plus makes it larger. We're going to use master pages. So if you go under Windows to Pages, it pulls it up. Currently we have a front page, but we need a back page. So on this top part where it says A Master, click on A Master and drag it next to page 1 and it will go to page 2. So then we'll have the front and the back. Our next step is to make a picture box. We're going to take the picture box and we want to go 1/8 of an inch. You have your conventional rulers on the top, 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So that's about 2 marks off and 2 marks off over on here. So the end side would be 6 1/4 by 4 1/2. Do the same thing for the other page. So I just double clicked on my pages palette to the other page. And I'm going to make the same thing. You can always copy and paste it on, but you need to make sure it's 1/8 of an inch off on both sides. That allows for your bleed. Make sure you go File, Save As, and save it in your folder. I'm going to go to my folder. Make it a unique name, so I'm going to call it Postcard with my initials. And this is number 2, so. Now this is our next step. This is where we're going to get the variable data. If you go under Windows, Automation, Data Merge, it opens up a Data Merge folder. You go to on the upper right of that palette to select the data source and make sure you're in your folder. This is really important. Don't just click on whoever's folder you're in. Make sure it's under your name and open it up. When it opens up, it'll have first name, last name, address, city, state, zip, gender, image 1, and image 2. So using the selection arrow, you want to select number 1. And we're not placing the images in here. We're going to use data to drive the images. So for this one, I'm going to click on image 1. Then I'm going to go page 2, click on the picture box, and hit image 2. So it should say on the top image 1 and image 2. Now on the Data Merge palette, if I hit the Preview button, what's going on with my stuff? It says it's missing. I think I remember why. So under Postcard, you have to make sure they are female1.eps, female2.eps, male1.eps, and male2.eps. It has to be exact. If it is not exact, then you can just do what I'm doing and change the name. Alright, now when I go to preview, it will show your image. So this is for my female. That's the front of the postcard, and that's the back of the postcard. So for the front of the postcard, you want to make a text box and type in like a headline you like. So I'm going to say, well, I'll put their name in there. So I'll click first name here at the data merge, Jane, comma, are you puzzled on what to take next year? You can select it all. You can change your type, center it, bold. You want something big, bold, and centered. Something to get their attention. I might change the typeface. Then in your packet, I give you stuff that you can put on for the front. Again, you may edit it down as long as it's school appropriate. You do not have to. I'm just going to steal it from my other one. You don't have to have exactly what I put on there, but this is what I did for mine. Have you heard the best elective class to take next year's Graphic Arts 1? You get to be creative. I don't like hyphens, so make sure you get rid of those. You can also create fun projects like putting your face on a magazine cover. You can design and print your own notepad, coloring book, CD cover, box design, etch a design into a mirror, print your own t-shirt, and learn about photography. That is Square Slab, so I'm going to change this to Square Slab 2. Okay. So that's the front of my postcard. On the back of my postcard, I'm going to make another text box. This is where the address label goes. So you're going to hit first name, space, last name, return, address, return, city, state, and zip. And then on the back, I put on the back of the postcard, see your counselor today about taking Graphic Arts 1. It is the best class ever. So that is the design for my front and back postcard. Make sure you save it. It won't let you save with the preview button, so you have to turn the preview off and save. So I'm going to turn the preview button back on. This is the girl version, Jane. If I, on the preview, with the preview on, hit the right arrow, it shows the boy version. Changes the name and information to Joe and Joe. So once you get that done and you save it, then you're going to print out your versions. So I'm going to print Joe's first. You go under File, Print. You can just go to the color cube. I'm fine with that. You want to make sure you go under Setup and get it centered. And then all marks and bleeds on. Then you can print. Then you need to switch it to the girl version. So I go back to the girl version. I go under File, Print. It should keep everything for me. I just have to do marks and bleeds and then print that one out. If you have somebody on that you want to send this to that has not taken Graphic Arts 1, that's going to be a junior next year or a senior next year, when you turn this in with your rubric, write on the page that you have on your design the name of the person that you would like to send it to, and I'll make sure they get it. Our last step is to make it, to pre-flight your postcard. So if you go under, we're going to turn off the preview, File, Package, and you're going to package it. Oh, got to save it first. Okay. And I'm going to call it Postcard LR. And I'm going to package it underneath my name. Then you want to make a PDF of it. So we're going to go Export PDF. You're going to do small file size. So you're going to put WF. Or, sorry, WEB for web. Then you're going to do a second version. This is going to be the print version after it exports. So print version. Go under File, Press Quality. and I put PQ. And then I might switch it to the boy version and make my last one, which is File, Adobe Preset, High Quality, which is HQ. And then you should have the PDFs in your folder. So when you go to do your electronic portfolio, you can always use those PDFs. Make sure you turn this in with your rubric, and you should be good. Thanks.